Welcome to the channel of Macro Direct. My name is Tim Heubeck and I'm going to be your host for this video. Today I'm going to show you how to bulk load your own 35mm film. First of all, I want to lose some words about bulk loading. So what does bulk loading mean and what advantages are there? So bulk loading means you will buy your film in this form, so either 8.5 or 17 meters, so it won't be cut, so it is a whole roll of film. And you will also need a canister, an empty canister. Either you can reuse your canister or you can go ahead and buy some new ones. Those are some really nice metal ones, and I really prefer the metal ones over the plastic ones since they hold up a lot longer. And also you will need a film loader. In this case we are using the Kaiser film loader. And also an advantage of the Kaiser film loader is that it has an indication of how much film is left inside of the film loader, so it's very easy to tell. You're really going to like the biggest advantage of bulk loading, and the biggest advantage of bulk loading is that it's a lot cheaper compared to getting your film already pre-configured. So if you go ahead and buy the film in 8.5 or 17 meters and then bulk load it yourself, you can really save yourself some money. This is how the Kaiser film loader looks. So as you can see, there's not too much to it. So included also here is the crank. So in the following, I'm going to show you how to load your film once into the film loader itself, but then also show you how to load the film from the film loader into your canister. Now I'm going to show you how to load the Kaiser film loader. This has to happen in complete darkness because otherwise the whole film will be ruined. So therefore bear in mind this has to be in complete darkness, either in a changing bag or in a dark room, no safe light, nothing. The first step will be opening up the very bottom. So in the very bottom you will find this crank right here, and this has to be located right here. The next step we're going to do, you're going to have to flip around your film loader. Then you have to unscrew the very back right here. So once that's unscrewed, this is where your film will go. So now we come to the film itself. This has to happen again in complete darkness. So you will open that up, and in here you will find your film itself. So this typically comes on a spool, as you can tell right now. And the spool goes in right here. So here we are on the left hand side, we got our film, on the right hand side we got the loader. This again has to happen in complete darkness. What Kaiser suggests to do now is go ahead and cut the film on the side in the very beginning. In my experience it's not easier to load the film in if you're cutting it, so therefore I'm not going to do that. What you're going to do in the following is you're going to go ahead and place the film right in here. So you're going to take your film and you're going to push it right through here. So what you're going to do is very straightforward. Just make sure that it's under the plastic parts right here, and then you just simply push it through. I just want to show you right now what you pretty much did. So this is not something you should do. So pretty much you have just dragged your film through here, and it's going to go up in here. So then again, this usually is closed, so don't open that up when you're loading the film. I just wanted to illustrate it right here. So now that the film is now loaded into this, you're going to go ahead and grab your reel and put it back in place. So now the reel is back inside the Kaiser film loader. What you're going to do now is you're going to take the back part and you're going to screw that back in so that everything is now light tight, and you can go ahead and start your film in daylight. In the next step, you're going to go ahead and take this lever right here and you're going to pull it down. And this pretty much means that now your length indicator will move to position S, which is start. So here you can see that it is moved to S. The next step, you're going to go ahead and take this wheel right here and you're going to match it with the other triangle. Now we come to preparing the film canister. You should open up the film canister from the right hand side. So you just open that up. It's very simple and straightforward with these metal ones. So if you open that up, right in here you have your mid part of the spool itself, and then you will also need some tape for the film to stick onto the reel itself. Now that we've completed all of these steps, you're going to have to remove the crank here, and you're going to have to open up the very bottom of the film loading system. So now by using the knob on the side right here, you're going to let out your film by around 3 centimeters, which is right around here. So now that the film is loaded in the film loader itself, I'm going to show you how to put the film onto the reel and to load your canister. What you're going to do now is you're going to prepare the canister with some tape. So you're just going to go ahead and grab some tape, and then you will go ahead and take your spool again and then just simply put it over here, and that's pretty much it. Then you're going to go ahead and take the film loader, take the end of the film, and make sure that the longer side right here is on the right hand side, otherwise this won't work. So then you're going to go ahead and take your spool itself, then you just simply place it right in here, and you align it with the film and make sure that the tape is now securely locked onto the film, also on the very bottom. What you're going to do next is you're going to go ahead and take the canister itself, simply put it over the reel, and then you're going to go ahead and take the end part and close off your film canister to make it light tight again. So once that's done, you're going to take the knob on the side to move the canister back into the loader itself. You're going to place it in right here, and then what you're going to do, you're going to close the film loader at the very bottom of it again, and then you can also place the crank on the very bottom again. So now that we've loaded the canister into the film loader, we're going to go ahead and start to rotate the crank right here. Here you can see starting 5 in front of 0 how many frames you've already spooled onto the film itself. And then we're going to just to start indication here the arrow. So then we're just going to start and rotate the film onto the canister. As you can see right now, it's counting, and every time it clicks and every time the wheel moves, there's another frame onto the canister itself. I'm just going to go ahead and put 10 frames on it. So now we've loaded 15 frames on our roll. Of course, the very first you cannot really use. Now we are finished with that. You just simply remove the crank again and you open up the back door. Now you're going to open up the back door. You can also use the crank again on the side to let loose of some film. So here we are, just take it out a little bit, and then you're just going to go ahead and cut that off. Now you can close this again and it's ready for the next roll to load. Our last step now is to cut the film properly, and what you're going to do, you're going to take again your pair of scissors and you're just going to start to cut somewhere down here, and then you're just going to go ahead and cut it as it would be with a normally configured film. So this is pretty much how I usually cut the bulk loaded films, and now this film is ready to be loaded into your camera. So that's pretty much all to loading the film. I think cutting the film in this form is also very handy, and you can just go ahead, open up the back again, and you can just start to go ahead and load another roll of film until the film right here is finished, so you can see on how many meters you've already been winding into your film canisters. So that's a nice feature from the Kaiser film loader. We hope you enjoyed this tutorial on how to bulk load your very own film. In the description down below you can find the links to the products we use in this video, so if you also want to get into bulk loading for yourself. Thanks for watching and see you on the next video. Bye.